my name is Darko Brkan. I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and well, actually, I'm a member of a citizens movement called Dosta, which in our language means enough. Well, there are many, like, and basically, regarding inspiration, like, I always say that once I started doing this, it was maybe just for the rush of it, like I was very young, I just, said, this is something great, and then it was another adventure, So I cannot, like, kind of say that at the time I was totally receptive of all the values and principles that were there. In the start, it was just, like, it's interesting. But then, like, over the years, learning different experiences, reading about them, meeting people, you just kind of inhale all the values and the principles that there are about nonviolent struggle, about civic engagement, about the whole thing in general. For instance, like, my story is that I was kind of a regular IT student. Well, I wasn't a nerd, but kind of close to it. Like, and then one day I got this invitation to go to an exchange because there was an opening, and I had the luck of having a visa at the moment. Pure luck, just going to Barcelona for 15 days. Great. And then when I went, I met up with some people that were doing conscientious objection there. They were in the submission movement, so I kind of, like, just fell into it, like I immediately, like, said, okay, wow, this is great, what these people are doing. And then when I got back, that's how the CO movement started, basically, was just seeing the people doing it in other countries and saying, okay, I have to do it once I get back, like, and then it continued, like, learning about different things all over the world. There are too much to mention, but like, for instance, my first was basically the CO movement in Spain, and then, like, all over the world. First of all, you need to maintain the principles of nonviolence at all the times. I think that's crucial. Not because, like, for instance, I'm other than being, like, civil resistor, I'm a pacifist and an anti-militarist. But from the more practical point of view, like, nonviolence is something that people can kind of, like, join in. If it's really nonviolent, then you'll get much more support from the general public, and that's why one of the practical reasons to do it. And on the other hand, like, what else you need to know is you need to have informed and educated people, like, education and informing the people about everything that's going on, about your experiences, about how it's done, about things in general, about what's going on in your country. You need to be informed about it, and you need to pass it on to other people, which is kind of, like, crucial to them being aware of what's going on and not just being outraged by whatever is happening. They need to really know and see the causes and how to react upon them. And the third thing I would say is, like, basically, you need to really kind of reinforce your values at all times. Like, whenever you have a chance, you need to really get out there and say, okay, these are the values we stand for, these are the goals we want to achieve, and, like, you just come join us. There are many things, and then there are many factors, but I would just, like, name a few things that I think that are important. Basically, in the start, we started, like, a couple of persons meeting over the internet, saying, okay, we don't want to speak about political issues anymore only over the internet, let's do something in public. And then we just said, okay, after work every day we will stand for an hour in front of the National Assembly with a banner, and that will be our protest. And that brought nothing, because nobody saw us, people were passing by, nothing happened. I mean, there was no visibility whatsoever. And then the first time we called for protest was when the Regulatory Commission of the country for electricity moved the prices of electricity up, and then we called for the protest. So basically, that was kind of like the mobilization point of the people was when they really felt that they needed to be a part of it, because, like, okay, they're going to pay more for electricity, and that's what brought, for instance, the first protest brought mostly elderly people. There were like 600-700 of people who are mostly over 50, you know, like, and then you just realize that it's the theme that you kind of engage people on that brings certain populations to the events. For instance, like, we did a campaign on the prime minister of half of the country, because Bosnia is kind of divided in two parts, and we did a big campaign on him, and like for months he's one of the most corrupt, and he was actually, he's not the prime minister anymore due to our campaign, but he was like one of the most hated, I don't know, persons probably in the whole country. And after 2 or 3 months of doing different things in the public about him, it didn't provoke any reaction, you know. And then we just said, okay, like, what is the thing that the people would appreciate the most? They don't know what, like, I don't know, $5 million means, you know, like they cannot grasp the concept of it. But what they can do is, there was this very small and not visible article. Actually, it was an interview with him done by an internet media, and it was just asking him how he got his apartment. And basically, he got his apartment through the government bought the apartment, and then he bought it off the government with some certificates that kind of like were, I don't know, $500 in total. And it's a big apartment in an elite part of the city. And we thought, like, okay, everybody knows what's a big apartment in an elite part of the city, and everybody knows what's $500, and everybody knows that you cannot buy that apartment for $500. And when we hit that in the public, that was kind of the total mobilization. And there were some people writing graffiti on his building saying, like, "Bring back the apartment, you thief." And then, like, he started, and then he made a mistake. He started doing, it backfired on him. He started doing police investigations, who wrote the graffiti. He was like, there were police storming all the area around the apartment. It was kind of a, like, major security breach, you know, like, the thing. And then what we did is basically mobilize people just saying, "I wrote the graffiti." There was a Facebook group set up that were people coming there and just writing up, "I wrote the graffiti." The people were calling the police on phone saying, "Okay, arrest me, I'm the one who wrote the graffiti." People were writing emails to the police. There were famous people, like, from the bands and whatever, appearing on TV just wearing a t-shirt, "I wrote the graffiti," you know, like, without saying anything about it, just like appearing in public with the t-shirts. And then, like, he totally lost any support, even from his party. And what happened was basically that his party, in order not to be totally losing the touch with the people, they made him resign after a month. So, you know, like, different ways of kind of targeting the issues. I mean, we had a lot of failures also, you know, so you know, basically I'm just trying to give out the good examples in it. Internet can help you. I don't know, we even did SMS mobilization for a couple of events that were kind of like last minute events, and basically what's the most important thing is to have something that the people first can, like, feel about, that they can be passionate about, and on the other hand that they know that it can bring things to a goal, that actually it's something that's feasible, and that they can really, that their being there or their support can actually change something.